Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Happy Monday to you, and we have got some stuff to talk about here to kick off the week on Monday for Raid Shadow Legends, because we are going to be getting some 10x events around two top row legendaries, so we will talk about that for a little bit. We've also got the Helicath fusion coming to a close pretty soon here. Lots of people getting close enough to go ahead and finish that up, and we have also got CvC over there on the top right launching tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get the week kicked off, and let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, let's talk about these 10x events. So what Plarium has been doing recently is every time there is a CvC match, they've been having an incentive for people who want to pull shards during CvC, because if you summon new champions during CvC, you're able to get some points that double dip and help your team out towards progressing and winning your clan war. And what they're going to be doing is two different ones on Tuesday and Wednesday. The CvC will be 2 days starting tomorrow. So these events won't be live right now, but on the first day, there's going to be an event for Ancients and Sacred Shards around Dracomorph. And if we pull up the trusty tier list link, you can see that Draco is solidly in the top tier of legendaries. Now, the way the tier list works is it's an algorithm that does these rankings over the course of the entire game. So you're going to see champions like Warlord and stuff, should probably be like somewhere over here, just because he's so desirable for people to get on their accounts and stuff. But this is going to be ranking over the course of everything, and Draco is obviously way better than Warlord in areas like the clan boss. So in a tier list algorithm sense, there's some times where champions can kind of end up somewhere that you specifically may not rate them. But either way, Draco is definitely an amazing champion. Mostly because he just brings so much utility and a DPS with the A1 that hits insanely hard, and then you get tons of poisons here coming on the A2 with an A3 that is extremely viable in all areas of the game, and so good for something like the clan boss, because he does both the big version of the weaken and the defense down, while also bringing poisons, while also having an insanely hard hitting A1. And I would say that maybe Draco has pulled back a little bit in terms of his value in the landscape of Raid, maybe in the last year or so, just because we keep getting more and more options added to the game. We keep getting champions like Ninja or Feign that are introduced as maybe some opportunities to slot in to a DPS role in like a clan boss context, which kind of like pseudo nerfs Draco's scarcity value, but none of that changes the fact that he's definitely an amazing champion. And a lot of accounts out there that probably don't have a good clan boss DPS, or typically you'll have like 3 or 4 champions that build your unkillable composition for your clan boss team that you're going to be using every day, and then you'll slot in a DPS role, and Draco is absolutely amazing for that. So if somebody out there does not have a really good top tier champion for their clan boss composition or something like that, I could maybe see going for Draco, but I do tend to believe that it's most optimal for the long-term health of your account to go ahead and save shards for the 2x events if you're new, and then some of those like guaranteed events if you're a little bit more endgame. But there are some opportunities where 10x makes sense, especially if you're close to a Mercy. But that's not all, because on day 2 of CvC on Wednesday, we are going to be getting a 10x event for Venus out of Void Shards, obviously. Now, Venus is a little bit similar to Draco. So these are two champions that are legacy champions in Raid. When I say legacy champion, I mean that they were in the game on launch. Now, Draco, maybe not really technically, because he was kind of viewed as a bad legendary. There's a funny clip out there somewhere of me when I was a new player summoning Draco. He was like the 4th or 5th legendary I summoned, and I was super bummed out about it. Like, I pulled Draco and I was like, no. But Draco got he was one of the first champions in Raid's history to get an insane buff and really change their desirability in the Raid community. So but anyway, Venus is in that same vein as a really good clan boss utility DPSer, because she's got the A1 that does the poison, she's got the defense down and the weaken just like Draco, and then she's also got the HP burn, which can be kind of nice, and she also pairs with Cupidus, and they can actually be a decent duo in a context like the Hydra. So both Venus and Draco kind of similar in their role for being that weaken, defense down, poisoner, utility DPS champion in a context like the Hydra or the clan boss. And if we pull up the different tiers here on the list, you can see over here towards the top right that obviously Venus, similar to Draco, is going to grade out really well in terms of being just generally useful and having an algorithm rank all the different areas of the game. Venus is an extremely impactful pull, pull. Okay, there we go. For a new account, just because of all the utility she brings and being a void legendary. So yeah, you know this same sentiment as Draco. Definitely a solid champion. But all in all, I think for most accounts out there, it's gonna be best to wait for a 2x event to go ahead and fire up. Which is going to segue me into talking about the current rotation of the shards, and that we actually should be getting a 2x event for Sacred Shards this weekend. If my tracking is correct, we've got so much going on, just constant events and fusions and 10x's and guaranteeds and 2x events going on. But I believe this weekend should be 2x Sacred Shards because we had a 10x going on with 8 different champions for the last weekend, which means that and we had that like coinciding with all of the Draco type stuff going on. So here on around like Friday, June 24th, we should be getting a 2x event for Sacred Shards if you're curious about the rotation there. So now let's talk about the Hellcat Fusion, because that's going to be wrapping up within a week, and a lot of you are probably getting close to being able to summon if you were diligent about doing some of the events and keeping pace with everything. Also, definitely worth noting as we dive into the Hellcat Fusion that today the Spirit Keep is open. So keep in mind, you're going to be having to spend a ton of Spirit Potions on getting those rares and those epics ready to fuse into the legendary, ideally tomorrow during CvC. So make sure that you are popping into the Spirit Keep and grinding up some of those potions today if you are getting low on those. But then if we pull up the Hellcat calendar here, right now we are kicking off the week here on Monday, June 20th. So keep in mind that we've got the Artifact Enhancement, Champ Training going on, and then your last opportunities in terms of things that you have not seen start yet are going to be a Dungeon Divers and a Spider Tournament that are going to coincide with each other on scooping up some of those rares that are the last ones you're going to have an opportunity to get. And like I said, a super important note to keep in mind, if you're going to be fusing Hellcat soon, you're going to want to try to do it on Tuesday or Wednesday so that at least you are double dipping those points during your CvC match. And Hellcat is actually a really, really good champion. So you could even justify the champion training and the ascending and possibly the booking as well during CvC, as long as you've got the resources ready to do so. Because if we go back to that tier list that lays out the different champions, look over there on the top right, where we've got Hellcat up on the top row of legendaries. It actually grades out super insane. We were having a discussion about it yesterday on stream and trying to get him ranked as accurately as we could as a community, and he just ends up shining in so many different areas of the game and being so impactful for unkillable comps that he actually graded out on the top row in the context of an overall tier list. So you definitely want to be paying attention to making sure you are scooping up and collecting him for your account and keeping pace with the fusion to finish that up here in the next week. So as we transition to what we're going to be focusing on here early in the week, obviously we already talked about it. You know the drill. Starting tomorrow on my birthday, we're going to have a CvC match. So hopefully I get a realistic opponent and we're able to have a birthday victory here in CvC. And good luck to all of you as well. But in terms of the in-game events, I know we pulled up the calendar and talked about it a little bit. You're going to want to focus on champion training for the next couple days. Make sure you're getting to 5150 if you still need enough rares to go after it. And then tomorrow you'll be having the Spider Tournament starting that we saw on the chart coincides with the Dungeon Divers event that's going to be live tomorrow as well. And Artifact Enhancement is going to be ending today. So that is a big focus to make sure you are getting the 5,300 points to scoop up what you're going to need there in terms of getting the rare. I actually already have enough. So if you look here, I've got the 3, 6, 9, 12. And that's going to be enough to give me 3 epics. And then I already have one of the epics giving me 4 epics. So I am good to go, but you want to make sure and monitor your account to make sure you are keeping pace as well. And also remember, at the start of the week, you've got all those different things going on, like your arena ranks. Make sure your classic arena is in order, and also your tag team as well. Remember to set those one-person defenses, and we can all help each other farm up the tag team arena here early in the week and double dip that with CvC. And then also keep an eye on your early in the week clan stuff, like your clan quests that are going to be resetting today. Make sure to dive in and get that done. And then with your clan, the Hydra going to be resetting in the next day and a half as well. You know the drill, starting off the early parts of the week. I just like to remind you really quick. So now let's go ahead and dive in and see if there's anything to plug in the offer shop. This doesn't look too bad, so maybe I'll plug this in. It's $5. So let's pop in the 5, and then let's go up here to silver, 150k, and then the energy of 300 with gems of 150. And 2 energy refills. Bang. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be amazing, but I thought worth plugging in. Most of the stuff looks, this is not going to be a recommend. And the mega savings pack, yeah, I mean, it is a purchase limit of 1 for a high spender new player. Maybe, but for those of you that are more mid-game, end-game, and more diligent about your spending, everything here in the shop today would be a pass from me. Really, the only thing that I see that's decent is the monthly pack, and you all know the drill on that one, but it does grade out to about a 2.5 typically here on the sheet. So already, boom, we have got our week kicked off, and we are off and running. That's what we needed to get covered in this video, and good luck finishing your Hellcat Fusion, and good luck in your CvC match. Hope it goes well for you and you're able to win and get some of those good reaction accessories or something. So I will see you all in tomorrow's video. That'll do it for me as always. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.